Welcome to CATtheMinion Patreon. My name is Theresa, but you can call me Cat. I'm doing October deep dive horoscope tarot reading for Leo, and I'm going to get this started here in a second. I've got the Blessed Bee deck by Lucy Cavendish. I've got the Aquarian Tarot. I've got the Legacy of the Divine Tarot. And I've got the Thoth deck. And I've got my old bucket of charms here. I just added some too. The oh yeah, so the reading that I'm using this month is called Block Moguls. I just sort of drifted off and distracted myself. This is the reading for Leo, so that's anyone with Leo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Venus. If you're affected by Venus currently in Leo right now, that would be for you as well. And so the spread that I'm doing is called Block Moguls. It's a spread that I came up with. You can order one for yourself. Ooh, just lost like a third of the deck onto the floor. Nope. Okay, got it. So Block Moguls is a $37 spread that you can get for yourself, but the way that I'm doing it, I'm adding charms. So if you add charms to any of my readings, it's $7. So this is actually a $44 spread that I'm doing this month. This is to address spiritual blockages. I don't know why I said that like a question, because I know what the hell I'm doing. So this spread has 4 columns. It has a column for wands, which is going to be like a modus operandi, the core of your being, sort of more of the life purpose kind of energy. Like, who is you? Where you at? What you doing? And the next column is going to be cups. This is emotional content. It's also dealing with psychic impressions as well. This is a double. And the third column here is swords energy. That's thoughts, perceptions, and communication. And the last column, so you take a card out. These cards still smell. I bought them on eBay or something. Yeah, I think I got them on eBay. And they came smelling like perfume. And it's like, still makes me itchy and feel gross every time I touch them. It's all over my hands and everything. Alright, so this is Pentacles over here. This has to do with the physical body, manifestation, resources, money, things like that. I also have 3 columns. So the first column is the 3D. That's your day-to-day life and what you're doing and how you are perceiving what's coming down from you. Like, what are you picking up on? And the second column is the one I'm doing right now. This is the 5D. This is like your higher self. This is where the moguls are. That's why there's 3 cards in that section. Sort of the highlighting what's not being picked up in your day-to-day movements. It's trying to filter down the message and in what problems are being encountered and sort of put into more detail. That's two there. Keep that one. That one. Okay. And the third column up here is what I'm shorthanding as the 5D squared. It's like if your higher self was part of a committee or a soul group or a soul family that was working on a specific project, and everybody is working on a piece of the project. So this is like the highest of directive. It's, you know, the syllabus for the class project, basically. And then this is what you're trying to do individual, and this is what you're picking up on in the 3D. Oh, I got a double there. Okay. My hands hurt. And then I've got an oracle card as like a wrap-up. Sort of summarize, or to give advice afterwards. Okay, this one. And we'll get some charms out. And I am going to adjust the view and the focus on this in a second. Charms. There's kind of a lot of them in the box now. I feel like they don't quite fit, and I still got more like downloads coming in for more to make. So surprisingly, I did like shake them in the box and also put my hand in and stirred them, but I am getting some different ones than I got for the other reading I did like an hour ago. T-shirt. Alright. Gee, Theresa, if you hate the charm that much, why did you draw it? It's like, 'cause they told me to. I was held at gunpoint and forced to download the... That one goes there too. Okay, I think that counts for everybody. No, this goes down here and that goes up here. Okay. Alright, I think I've got it. So let me try to adjust here and try to get at least a little bit of every bit on the screen. I gotta just sip of water. Already my nose is itchy. I didn't even start this really yet. Just getting warmed up. Am I slow at realizing this, or is it just kind of weird that Cancer and Leo are right next to each other in the zodiac with the sun and the moon just kind of squashed right in there? Alright, so let's look at the Wands energy. I gotta go, we got cows. It's from Twister. 4 of discs inverted power. Alright, so this is a grid system. Energy supply. So 4 of Pentacles inverted. The Sun in Capricorn. I just heard biofuel, and also this idea that cows farting methane into the atmosphere is like not the kind of fuel we want. Biofuel. Okay, so Sun is here. That's Leo energy to start with. And then Capricorn energy inverted, which is Saturn. I feel like this means something that's being worked on critically, and I'm not getting moon energy like I normally would with the sun inverted. I'm getting strength inverted. We're only at half strength. We're only at half power. It's like, I'm giving her all I got, Captain. We don't have the power. So I see it as something's losing strength. But what does the cow have to do with it? Fucking cow. What's interesting is that, like, a sun card in reverse is usually the moon, and I actually have a Leo moon, so this reading is probably going to be kicking my ass. Let's see. Okay. So the cow is giving me the Tower at almost all the way inverted. This is Mars energy, so now I have Mars retrograde, which is retrograding in Aries. This is 16. So now I have 4 squared, which is interesting because it's coming in as a square. If you try to ramp up power in a system that has like a power surge drainage in it, it's going to explode. What does it have to do with the cow? Oh, the methane. Because it's combustible. Farty cows. Okay. So Leo is going to be addressing power loss into their surroundings that creates like flare-up moments leading to like an internal breakdown. Because the Tower inverted is an internal combustion. It's spontaneous combustion. Alright, so let's see what's coming down into the 3D here. The Star inverted. Okay, so this is also... This is... 17 breaks down to an 8, which is strength. Alright, so I'm feeling like this is telling me, additionally, loss of power. So I'm... In the 3D, we're picking up this loss of power, but it's coming in as sort of like depression and like I don't know what to do. Like, woe is me. Like, how's this shit ever gonna get fixed? I'm just exhausted all the time. Because the Star can also be healing. It's sort of like eternally wounded and limping around kind of energy. I'm also getting a sense of some kind of a portal or eclipse because I see this inverted star here, and then I see this inverted sun here, and then also I see this inverted eyeball here. This card reminds me of Guernica, Picasso's Guernica. which I don't know if there were cows in that or not, but also this has a cowbell down at the bottom, which is in the same position. I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell, right? I'm sick, I'm not healing. But not more cow farts. Nope. Okay. So I have 2 charms in reverse here. I have the walking away, or walking somewhere. Although it was inverted, so it's walking away. And then I have the seesaw with the 2 children. Now this to me means like the inner child. But in the back of my head now I'm getting the 6 of Cups, which is the sun in Scorpio, but it's inverted. So again I have this inverted sun energy. And Scorpio energy is that death energy, right? We have Pluto retrograde until I think October 4th, which is that 4 number again. And it's sort of this, like, I need to go deeper. I need to stop reminiscing about the past in some way. Walking away. Okay, so and I'm not getting inner child with this as much. I'm getting more of walking away from the past. And I'm not feeling super great about it. Like I'm still, like I feel weak because I still feel wounded from it. But I also have this ring here. This is like a, you know, sort of a commitment placement. Okay, but I'm also hearing, I heard the precious, and then I heard from Guns N' Roses, Chinese democracy, and all I've got is precious time. Something visionary. I'd rather something with somebody else. Alright, I think that's all the lyrics that are relevant and also the ones that I remember right now. So this seed of life represents like a new, like the beginning of the structure of the universe. It's like the first 8 cells of a fetus. It looks like 6, but it's, the spheres are stacked on each other. So I also get like ring in the new year or something. Like ringing in, like ring it up. Gonna make like a seed pearl. Like a seed pearl ring. So a pearl is something that's made, that the clams make, where they sort of like roll their spit around in dirt and grit that gets in their mouth, and then they spit out a pearl, basically. So I'm getting this idea that there's like something precious that's going to be created by like a commitment to move through like struggle. Where what you thought was the sand in your shoe actually turns out to be something that propelled you into a new phase in your life. Right? It's not the mountains ahead that wear you out, it's the grain of sand in your shoe, and we have this guy that's walking away. And the star card is in the valley of the mountains. We used to have a plaque with that saying on it. I didn't make it up. Or actually, we still have the plaque. It's just not in the same place on the wall anymore. So let's look at what the middle information is. Knight of Cups inverted. I'm in over my head emotionally. A Knight inverted tells me the Hanged Man as well. It's giving me Neptunian energy, Neptune retrograde through November. And then the Knight of Cups himself is Aquarius and Pisces energy. So again, Neptune retrograde through like November something. And Aquarius, which is Uranus retrograde as well. So we have those watery twins retrograde, and we have this low power trying to get over the past. Emotional overwhelm is part of the blockage that's preventing this sort of understanding of what the purpose is, right? To overcome and restructure so that there isn't the power drain. But right now it's like, oh. King of Cups inverted as well, right? So we're doubling down on that concept. I'm out of balance. I'm in over my head. I'm out of my element, Donnie. This is a 1 or a 12. This is a 1 or a 14. So I could have 1, I could have 12, I could have 3. I could have 1, I could have 14, I could have 5. And I have the Ace of Swords. So emotionally fucked, but there's a truth that's being handed down. And I feel like the truth is enough for this person, for Leo, to be like, oh, okay, I need to walk away from something in my past. But the blockage is coming in with emotional content. King of Cups is Libra and Scorpionic energy. So we see this Pluto retrograde and Libra energy with an Empress being dragged in the reverse. Because Aries, Mars retrograde in Aries wants Venus to come and do the emotional work. They don't want to do the emotional work. Right? So the masculine Mars energy, not more of an ouchy bleedy, not so much of a touchy feely. Venus just went through her retrograde. She had to do the work. But now the Mars energy is saying, well, I want Venus to help me. And in a lot of these readings, the Mars energy is popping cards with Venus energy into the invert. So I have Libra inverted, out of balance, but also trying to drag Venus into the reverse to say, I want you to do my retrograde for me. And that's not going to happen. That's why we have this Hanged Man energy. You're going to be stuck in this position with your head in the toilet, getting a swirly until you get hit with that cosmic truth download. And this is sort of causing this low battery inverted star energy of sort of kind of sick and depressed energy. A little bit soggy. My stars aren't aligned, my stars aren't shining. I bought this glittery outfit and it doesn't have any glitter on it. Okay. So the charms that are coming in for this, I have the no symbol. I have the train crossing. I have the paper crane, if I can pick it up, paper crane. And then in the reverse, I have a bat. Upside down. Also in the reverse, I have the cube. I guess it goes this way. The cube, which is indicative of earth energy, the material world. And then inverted, I also have this butterfly. Now, I saw scorpionic energy inverted, and I feel like this goes along with that, death and transformation. The bat inverted tells me, like, I'm having trouble seeing in the dark, or like my intuition is down. which if there's no, if we're out of balance in the water, our emotions are like static electricity, and it's blocking the radio signals from the universe for getting in. Right? A block. And this literally like a children's block. But there's this energy of movement. We have a 5 as a pivot. And if I say this is a 1 and this is a 5 and this is a 1, that's 7, that's the Chariot. So there's something that's being like pushed through, like no stopping, like no pulling the emergency, no exit, no getting off. This paper crane to me sometimes represents like being able to like unfold and then refold and recombine something into something else. And that way it's a transformative energy. But it's also this idea of something that is fake. It's not a real thing. Right? It's a facsimile. It's a symbol. And the crane in Lenormand is like a habitual creature that, you know, it's on a certain time clock. It does the thing every year. It mates and builds a nest and so on and so forth. So what does that mean? I feel like I need a clarifier for all of those charms. I'm going to clarify the train and the crane. I almost feel like it means like literally like a construction crane where like large bridge pieces are being lifted up. So we have the Page of Coins to try to explain the crane. Now I did see Earth energy here, right? The Page of Coins is trying to start out in a manifestation. And this came in inverted. It's a 1 or an 11. So I have 11, 12. If I add this, I get 13, and then I get 14. So they're kind of combining and adding up. But I feel like this goes with the cube inverted, saying, I'm frustrated because I'm not manifesting. I'm trying to pull myself up and nothing's happening. But the issue is that the power drainage itself is coming from some kind of emotional, like fear of the emotions themselves. Like the inability to delve into and perceive emotions. But it's with this Cancerian water chariot energy, it's very much running off the rails on the crazy train right into the, like you're getting in the dunk tank and you're going to feel sort of weak and helpless until this emotional overhaul gets started. But we do have this truth here and to sort of anchor everything. Okay, so let's look at Cups energy for Leo. Interference, 8 of Swords. Okay, so there's that 8 number again. I was getting 8s and 2s and 4s with Gemini as well. And there's a lot of Aries energy there. Oh, speaking of Gemini, Sagittarius in Gemini. Or Jupiter in Gemini, my bad. Sagittarius energy. So we have the North and South nodes here right now. Gemini energy is Mercury energy. Mercury is in Libra. Libra ruled by Venus. Venus is in Leo right now. So there's this chain link here, but interference, it was interesting. We have this swords energy coming in as the directive for psychic and emotional work. And I feel like some of it has to do maybe with like social media, but also with like being empathic in general. Part of addressing the power drain is addressing how coming in as a sensitive creates this sort of mental prison where you're not sure if what you're picking up on is your own emotions or someone else's energy, and it just gets kind of stuck on there if you're not aware of it and you don't have kind of an insulator for your power grid, and it ends up with this network of thoughts and communications that don't really belong to you. They're just kind of stuck there. So the Eight of Swords is my I want to break free card, and this is what's being worked on for Leo in the emotional sector, at least for October. So I see the charms that fell out for that. They're all inverted. I have the UFO, which was my original Chariot charm, which I mentioned over here. So it's inverted, right? That we're not really going anywhere. We've hit a brick wall. And the moon energy of the Chariot is now inverted. So it's this sort of artificial sun kind of combating this the sun inverted, giving this sort of artificial moon energy here. I also have the umbrella inverted. Right? This sort of inability to shield from this acid rain of energy that doesn't belong to us, that tends to affect us in a negative way. And I also have the Mer person. They're also inverted. This is the ability to be in the emotions, right? To go in as sort of, intelligently as a thinking person and be able to move throughout your own waters. Also inverted. So this is the emotional lesson for Leo, is to detach from other people's energy so that you have clarity of thought and are able to untangle yourself from your own, my brain full of fuck to attend to the nurturing of your heart chakra. It's not all, ooh, look at me, I'm king of the jungle. It's, why am I actually living in a savanna and not a jungle? And who am I really? And, I'm feeling sad today. Am I just depressed all the time? Or was there a water buffalo that went by whose mother just got shot by a poacher and they were having a bad day, and no, it's not actually my energy. So let's see how it's coming down in the physical world. So you have Judgment inverted. So this is also karma. It's sort of like things are, I don't know why I said that as a question too. Judgment is Pluto energy, it's fire energy. So we do have this kickback to Leo energy with fire in general, but also an inverted Pluto scorpionic energy, which it's going to be retrograde until the 4th, I believe, if I'm not very much mistaken. So this is a 20. I see that as being, again, related to the 2 and the 8 and the 4. And also 2-0. It's also, it would be the High Priestess inverted, not getting those psychic signals coming in, which I already said. And then the Fool inverted, which is Uranus retrograde, which we have right now. But in general, Judgment this essence of 22 completions, right? We're struggling to... We're still in the midst of resolving karma to a point where we can't just skip out on the adventure. We need to go back and actually read the chapter, not just skim it, because we need to do a report on it, and so on and so forth. Now, the energy that's coming out, I have this charm inverted. This is the I cannot brain today, I have the dumb. This is going back to this interference. We're picking up on this, like stunned, caught in the blinds. What is me, what is not me? Like blinded by the light. It's the sun. I also have this winter hat and a key. But I get the idea that the key to resolving this karma has to do with I'm trying to explain how it's coming in imagery. The winter hat is giving me 5 of Pentacles, like I'm out in the cold. But the idea of the sun energy is I have the ability to heat myself with my own energy. But the judgment inverted overall is overcoming the karma of being stuck to that which is not your energy. Alright, so let's see what's going on inverted. I mean, wow. I'm getting a little bit loopy at this point. The, let's see what's going on in the 5D. 4 of Cups inverted. So I saw this in Cancer's reading, but it was a different deck. This is a very green 4 of Cups. This is the Moon card. So it's, again, I'm having this thing where I see inverted suns and inverted moons, trying to pick up on the alternate energy, on the, you know, the sun's trying, inverted is sort of in the moon energy, and the moon inverted is kind of in the Leo energy. So 4 of Cups inverted, it's usually I'm dissatisfied with everything and I'm not taking the cup that the universe is offering me. This is, in my heart, I really want to, I want to start building myself up where I accept what is mine from the universe and I'm not drinking out of everyone else's cup anymore. So now we have the Page of Cups. So in the heart center, it's, I'm basically reiterating what I just said. This is a 1 or an 11, so I see a 5, I see a pivot, I also see 15, which is Saturn energy, which is part of that sort of being held to task energy. Which is interesting, because in the life purpose, the overall sense is I don't know what to do with my emotions, but in the heart center, it's like I'm trying to feel my way through the karma and starting to get a little bit of an idea of just what it is that I need to actually do. And then we have the King of Swords in a challenge position. So this same energy over here is coming through here. Cups and Swords. So we're not totally out of balance with the truth in terms of the heart center. And I have this icosahedron here, which I believe is related to water. I think it's the dodecahedron that's spirit. So I have water here, and then I have the eyeball inverted. And the money inverted. I feel like the eyeball and the money have to do with other people's energy again. You know, like, if people really knew what you had, they'd pay to be able to see what you see. But they don't know that it can be a trap to be stuck to so many other people's energies. Winner of 14. 14 and 11 is 25 and 4 is 29, which breaks down to 11. Okay. Okay. So the karma is able to be released when you start taking command of your emotions, even if you're not sure, but then also start to become master of what the truth is in your own heart to help release the karma. So let's look at the swords and perceptions. The thoughts and perceptions. The 8 of discs. So this is prudence in this. We have the sun in Virgo. It's so pretty. So we have Virgo, which is mercurial energy, Mercury in Libra, which is ruled by Venus, and Venus is in Leo. So we have this little chain here. Now, 8 of Pentacles is usually doing the work. But here's prudence, and I feel like that's like taking the time to think things out. Really like I'm going to work through the thoughts that are coming in to make sure which ones are mine, and I'm going to nurture and feed the ones that are in line with who I am. That's nice. And then also the Fool inverted, Uranus retrograde. Aquarius energy. Very nice. This has to do with restructuring consciousness. And then we have the boombox. So I feel like this is saying, say it again louder for the people in the back. All right. So let's see what's going on in the 3D. The King of Swords inverted. It's the same energy down here. It's, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, I don't know what thoughts are mine. I'm sort of, here I'm getting like, I'm a little bitter and judgmental. So, the charms here are the Shark inverted. So I get this idea of I'm tired of having to defend every thought I have to everybody all the time. It's like fucking shark infested waters, right? I'm not giving up, but I'm really tired of this constant battle to just have a single thought that's mine and nobody comes and tells me I can't fucking do what I want. Now in the upright I have the DNA. Right, so this consciousness shift of these 8s involved with power. It all has to do with work and overcoming an obstacle to being in your power. And it sort of changing the structure of your being. But I also have the compass. struggling to have any kind of balance. I really want my true north, but I don't know. I feel like I'm lying even to myself right now. So there's not really much of this really brilliant message coming through in terms of thoughts and perceptions, but it could just be I'm lying to people around me so they fuck off and stop bothering me. That could be that King of Swords as well. Get off my back, I'll tell you whatever you want to hear. So in the middle we have the Two of Swords. Not surprised to see the two. We have the moon. Yeah, the moon in Libra. And the Five of Wands inverted, right? It's just like, I really don't want to do the fight anymore. I want to be able to perceive what's mine. Starting out practicing with those different points of view. Five of Wands is Saturn and Leo. So we have this lingering energy of Saturn retrograde, but also this idea again of Leo energy inverted, being the idea of there's a strength drain. Power drain. And then we have Five of Swords upright. So I see Five of Swords upright is I want to be the last man standing, like mind games, things like that. I gotta get the last word in edgewise. And I feel like this Five of Swords up in this position is the same as this King of Swords here. You know, it's like in the 3D we're doubling down on this because we're not picking up these other messages. I mean, we don't want to fight, right? We're trying to figure out what the hell we're doing. But this is a 5, 1 and 4 breaking down to 5, and I have 5 and 5, 10, and 2 is the Hanged Man. So there's this idea that, you know, I'm a little bit stuck here in some way. But also the podium inverted, right? I'm tired of coming in and, you know, trying to make a nice speech and be what people want me to be. Or it's like if I speak up for myself, somebody cuts the power to my mic. So I have the birthday cake here. Interesting. And the match. So this can be like Ace of Wands. So I feel like this is like one of those things where, you know, people get older and they have like 63 little individual candles and they go to blow them out and the whole cake gets on fire and the house almost burns down. You know, it's like the whole thing won't blow over in the way you want it to if you back off completely. But your fight isn't going to end if you always have to dig the last word in. You know, sort of pounce on people and poke them in the eyeball like a cat would. You know, just to massage your ego. And in the end, it just sort of drains more of the energy. So let me look at the physical aspect of this. 10 of Discs, wealth. So that's interesting. We come out of here with this 10 energy. I go 8, 8, 8. Well, I have a 16 and a 4 here, sort of dancing around either side of the 8. And then I have 8s. And then I have a 10. So it's sort of... What's interesting is that wealth is coming in. What do we got here? 10 of Pentacles. Mercury and Virgo. So we're in the ruling sign. So we have a balance of manifestation, abundance. And I feel like this is this Mercury and Virgo ruling sign in Libra right now, hanging out with Venus, who's in Leo, and Venus is granting this abundance somehow. Also have the Lioness here, right? Venus and Leo. And inverted, I have the Ruler. When I get this idea of if you give up trying to be top dog, this friction from the 5s is going to turn into a 10 that's rolling in the direction you want it to. You don't want to count the increments and keep checking how much you've got. So this is coming into the 3D. We have a double. We have the Knight of Pentacles inverted, which came out in one of the other readings, and the Ace of Wands. Okay, so this is similar energy. The Knight of Pentacles is Leo and Virgo energy. So this is same. We're picking up this energy here. I'm also picking up the Ace of Rods, which holds all 3 fire energies. That's summer energy, fire energy. What did I say the Knight was? Leo and Virgo? No. Fuck. Yeah, Leo and Virgo. It doesn't seem right. Usually it's things that follow each other. That doesn't make any sense. Should be Cancer and Virgo. That's weird. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles inverted is usually moving fast. When he's upright, he's moving slow. When he's inverted, it also tells me the Hanged Man, which I was getting from this. Right? It's like I'm getting the message that I need to be in some sort of nurturing to gain this core of myself, but I'm still not quite sure what I'm doing. So I have the Scissors, and then the Rainbow came out inverted. That mean clarify the charms? Okay, so I got 2 cards that plopped out. So we have the Tower and the 4 of Wands. So why the Rainbow inverted has to do with the Tower again, I'm not sure, but I see 4, I see 16, I see a 12, which breaks down to 4 and 3. What does that mean? 4 of Wands is Venus in Aries. So I just heard I'm not making the cut. It's okay. So what I said over here, that the power drainage keeps leading back to more Tower moments. This is coming through in the physical world. I got my suit on, I'm ready to manifest, I have my core in mind, and I'm ready to, like, imagination rainbow myself into this 10 of Pentacles, material contentment, and then I run out of steam because I'm trying to go faster than the universe manifests, and I feel like I haven't made the cut, in life ever, because every time I try to manifest, I end up blowing up my foundation again. Okay. So let's see what's coming through in the middle here. So inverted, I have the harmonica. That's a new one. I just heard when it sucks, it blows. So the Three of Wands inverted. Sun in Aries. Seven of Cups. That came out in another reading as well. Venus in Scorpio. And the Nine of Cups. Jupiter in Pisces. Okay. What's going on over here? Especially with this harmonica. I feel like the Three of Wands goes with the harmonica. It's like I'm not gonna like be all cheerful because I feel like I don't know where the hell I'm going. Or I'm gonna play some blues because my life is not going where I want it to. 7 and the 9 is 16 is another tower moment, which breaks down to 7, and 3 is 10, which is a completion and fire. I kind of feel like there's a trial by fire here, but it's all with sort of emotional fortitude. It's like I'm having a hard time getting to a place of emotional... Well, this is material fulfillment, and then 9 would be contentment. So this is contentment, and then the 10 of Cups would be emotional fulfillment. So, like, I'm not contented. Seeing the future ahead of time is distracting yourself from being happy in the now, because you're always looking for the bigger, better deal. And it's coming in as this kind of a wash and massive confusion. And being able to not have it right now is causing this Knight of Pentacles invert, where it's, I gotta go faster, I'm gonna miss something, I'm gonna miss out on something, instead of focusing on what you're trying to build, which would make you stay happier in the long run. So let's look at this overall view here. A blessing on your family. Okay. I have a t-shirt here, but I'm seeing this as a onesie. And I don't know if this means, like, I feel like this doesn't necessarily mean, like, I'm having a baby. I feel like it could mean, like, soul family. Or the people that you associate as being beneficial to your energy instead of draining off it. Like, what are, you know, in terms of an empath going through life with people just sort of sticking on and draining them, it's like, well, if you're encountering energies that are off resonance with you, then they're not part of your family, your soul family. And this 15, which is Capricornian devil energy, but could also be this King of Swords plus the Ace of Swords, right? 14 and 1 of 15, especially since she's got a sword as well. It's like, in going through this process of trying to open yourself to your own personal emotional truth that will help you connect to people who are in a like way, that will help elevate your energy, so that for you to feed off of, but to encourage you to recharge your own battery and gain this, open up your third eye some more. So I feel like this t-shirt telling me that it's a onesie is like I'm becoming one with myself and sort of being born into a new consciousness. Alright, so that's for Leo for October. I feel like I should say more, but I'm actually really tired now because I did a lot of tarot today. So if you want to get more and or a personal reading, no. You can hit me up, thecatcamebackatcamp@gmail.com. If you want to help keep my channel running, you can level up on Patreon if that's still available to you. You can also hit that tip jar, paypal.me/CATtheMinion. I also have Cash App and Venmo. I've got merchant prints over at Cafe Press and Deviant Art. I've got I've got coloring books and a Dark Night of the Soul style poetry book over on Amazon, the Kindle Direct Publishing there. And come on, needles, cooperate. I've got actual art items here in my catalog, made to order stuff, and then also art a la carte pieces. Once they're gone, they're gone. If you haven't already subscribed over on regular YouTube, go ahead, like, share, subscribe, comment. Check out my description. No, check out, oh my god, I'm getting really sleepy. Check out my discussion playlist. No, that's still wrong. Check out my discussion tab. Check out my playlists tab. Stay groovy and we'll see you later. Bye. There we go. I got it out.